I got a little puppy, and we named him Frankenstein. He was healthy until he was a nice healthy puppy until he was 1 year old, that he was diagnosed with glaucoma. We then immediately tried treating it. We took him to the vet and see what was wrong with him, because we didn't know exactly what was wrong with him. And we started to notice that his eyes were changing color, and we didn't know exactly what it was. And it's devastating to see a puppy with his vision. We can't really see anymore. And because every time he'd stare at us, we'd like to know what he was trying to say. So today I will explain to you what glaucoma is, how it affects dogs, the symptoms, and how it can be treated. Okay, so glaucoma is a disease that it creates like high pressure in the eye, and it creates pressure in the eye, and then when there's high pressure in the eye, it affects the optic nerve, which causes your vision loss. I'll show you. So that was my puppy, and before he was struck by the disease. And then dogs suffer from glaucoma, and their personalities change until they can finally get used to it. Even though some puppies go blind, they can still get used to it. So, according to petplace.com, the cause of primary glaucoma is unknown. However, secondary glaucoma has numerous causes such as inflammation in the eye, trauma, tumors, and lens dislocation, which that can be inherited within breeds. I will now show you in more detail how glaucoma affects the eye. The fluid that produces the excessive pressure associated with glaucoma is called the aqueous humor. The fluid is found in front of the lens. It's produced by the ciliary body. And number 1, which is right here. Okay, the fluid is past the lens and then through the pupil across the inner surface of the cornea in front of the iris, and then drains from the eye at an angle, formed where the cornea meets the iris. The cornea and lens are living tissues, but they have no blood vessels going through them to supply the oxygen and the nutrition that is needed. Okay, first we thought that Frankenstein had, it was just because he got injured. My brother accidentally hit him with the door, so we thought that it was just something that would go away. But then we started to notice that his eyes changed colors, which that is like the primary symptom that dogs have when they have glaucoma. And as mentioned on the website, Paulina.info.com, early symptoms of glaucoma include redness, sensitive to eye, loss of appetite as the pressure causes significant pain and nausea. As the disease progresses, the redness increases and the eyeball enlarges. By the time the eye has progressed to the stage, it is often too late to keep your dog's vision. Early detection is critical in glaucoma. Frankenstein's eyes started getting really cloudy, and they started looking big and popping out. So that's when we knew that he had already had glaucoma. As you can see, his eye looks really cloudy, and it looks like it's popping out almost. So when we took him to the vet, he told us that there was 2 ways that glaucoma could be treated, and one is medical and surgical. Dr. Jennifer Welter states, medical therapy attempts to decrease the production of the fluid within the eye to improve the flow of the fluid of the eye and decrease the inflammation. Both systematic medications, which is pills and injections, and topical medications, which is eye drops that are put directly into the eye. And then there's also surgical therapy, and that is used to treating the primary glaucoma. Includes peeling the area with the eye that produces the aqueous humor, which is what causes glaucoma, and this may be done by cryotherapy, which is freezing or laser therapy. Another option that the veterinarian gave us was to enucleation, which is to remove his eyeball completely. Because by the time that we took him to the vet, they told us that it was already too late and he couldn't keep his vision anymore. So Frankenstein was, he had the glaucoma for about 2 months after he completely lost his vision. So we decided that we were going to remove his eyeball. And then they told us that there was another option that we could put the synthetic eyeballs or glass. That was going to be really expensive. I think about $10,000 for each eye, and we didn't really have that much money. So then we decided to remove his eye and then just sew his eyelids shut. And that's what it looks like after the surgery. And then overall, glaucoma is a serious disease that can rarely strike dogs and should be treated immediately as soon as you start seeing the symptoms. However, the first step to treating glaucoma should be by visiting your pet's veterinarian.
So, Katie, what did you think?
I thought she had a good attention device and good signposts throughout, and she had good information and vocal projection. Thought her visuals were good, and it helped us understand more and actually see what it does to the eyes. And I liked how she kept relating it back to her dog throughout the speech. It made it more personal. Something she could work on would probably be to practice a little bit more. She kind of stumbled a little bit at the beginning and read throughout the speech a little bit, but I knew she knew her information. I think she just probably looked down because she was nervous.
Well, you did a very nice job on that, because those are almost exactly the kinds of comments that I was going to make. I think that the content was really solid. You had very good information. I really like the way that you integrated the story of your dog's experience into this. You talked about the subject, then you talked about your dog and what you went through in that situation, then you gave some more about the subject, and then you related it back to your dog. So that pulls us in. There's a good example of using an example or an illustration to make the material much more involving and lively than if you're just reading the encyclopedia articles on glaucoma in dogs, because you personalize it that way. I don't know how, you said it was a couple of years ago. I don't know how recent the experience is, how tough it is for you to do some things, but I might have interjected a little bit more humor here, and I'm sorry, I just couldn't resist right at the end, saying, and now he is more aptly named. Sorry, But you talk about $10,000 an eye for a glass eye for a dog. Holy criminy! I'm not sure if I lost an eye, I'd spend $10,000 to get one. I'd be wearing the pirate patch, that kind of thing. So I like I like the fact that you talked about it, like I said, in a personable way. I have to agree with Katie that you need a little bit of practice. You know the material, but it's not coming out as fluidly as it might. And I bet if you had 2 or 3 more run-throughs, it would really be it would come across really nice. So the content stuff is really good. All right, thank you.